supporting, like, hey, like you said, I'm a huge Kyle Yak fan. If I buy the car, put his name in the drawing. That gives him a chance to win $100 worth of whatever at that Left Coast Motorsports. That's a cool idea.
Thus, Jeremy Shank.
That's right. Yeah. So, very cool deal. I thought that was an interesting conversation. I'm glad to hear that High Octane Diecast is back.
Yeah. Oh, me too. Me too.
We got it a lot last week. Hey, where's High Octane? How come the cars aren't here? And how come where's the whole thing that was set up down here? It was cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad they're back. I'm glad.
I am too.
They do actually, with the promotions they do.
Cars are cool.
They are.
They're way cool.
They're neat. Paul, Buzz, how many of those cars do you own? I know you got a Craig.
Five.
Hansen.
He says 5.
I got a
Hansen.
I got my own.
He's got Hansen. You got your own car. You've got a Glacier car.
I got a sprint car wing.
Yep, you got one of the wings they produced. That's right. And Brian Thompson late model. See?
Yeah.
So he's got a little collection going. Now, I think the biggest collection that I know of out there from High Octane Diecast would probably be, I'm going to say Danny Jackson has a big one. She's got a lot of those High Octane cars, and she could start a late model main. She could set up a late model main with what she's got rolling around her house. It's cool, though, to see these guys jump on it and buy their favorite drivers' cars. Paul's got a great idea. He's had some success with it. Like I said, he's got burned out. We were talking about that earlier in the show.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get burned out, and you just got to kind of step away. And he did that, and he's got himself into another business venture with his brother. That sounds like it's doing pretty well. Kettle corn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I've actually...
That's good stuff.
Well, I'll tell you, the stuff they make is really good because I was sitting here in Jetstream, and he shows up. He goes, got something for you. I think that's the last thing I need. And it wasn't that
that's all right, I'll take it.
Well, it wasn't that he bought a bag of kettle corn. He brought a bag that was about 3 feet tall.
Now, is that the same one that was at the swap meet?
No.
Different one. Okay.
Different one. But this bag, it was probably...
I know the bag you're talking about.
Huge.
Yeah.
And I looked at him, and I stood there, and he says, what? I just simply looked down at my stomach and said, do I look like I need caramel corn? What are you trying to do here? I'm working hard to get rid of this thing. And he just kind of laughs. And because, Paul, you look at the weight that he's lost.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
Great job. He's got to be
I can't remember how much he said he lost.
A lot.
A very lot.
Yeah, he looks fantastic. And
you didn't recognize him there at that one point.
I didn't. The first time I saw him, I knew who I was looking at. I just didn't put it together.
He came up to me and he goes, "You remember me?" And I go, refresh my memory.
Yeah.
I didn't recognize him at all.
Something about you, just like
yeah.
But great. Talking with him, he's happy. He's doing well. And,
it's an awesome thing he's got going there.
His family actually stops in and does massages here, and his mom and his wife and his daughter, and they all come in and sit back and relax and always have a good time. So glad High Octane Diecast is back. Glad to work with them for the 2017 season, and hopefully we can continue that.
And a quick shout out to Dakota Goddard and Sean French with Samantha Paris.
Oh, geez.
They posted on Facebook. Typical Wednesday night, listening to Corey and Warren on Moxie and working on the cars. Life is good. Checkered flags.
I love it.
I do too.
Can I share the story? Can I go there or should I not?
Oh, I think I think we should.
I think we should. Now that Dakota's chiming in.
Dakota's put it out there to the world.
He's put it out to the world.
It's not private.
It's not. It probably should have been kept private. But so, Buzz, listen to this.
This is funny.
We're cruising around like we do in the pit area prior to the races here. I'm taking notes on drivers, and we're people that are new to the track that we don't have information on, and doing what we're supposed to be doing. I look over and I said, "There's Dakota Goddard. Let's go talk to Dakota." And we come driving up, and I go, "Goddard, how you doing?" He looks over and he's putting fuel in the car, and he stops and turns around. Comes walking up. I go, "How you doing, bud? How's that rash?"
And Corey's famous line.
Dakota looks at me with this look on his face that like I just hit him with a hockey stick in the neck, stares at us, and he says, "What rash?" Now he's thinking, what rash do I have, and how do you know about it? Warren and I immediately, we're in the Rhino, we're laughing, we're losing it, right? And Dakota says, "What did my girlfriend tell you?" We just kept laughing harder and harder. And he says, "I'm gonna have to talk to her." and we had to let him in. Hey, look, we're just making stuff up, and it was just a joke.
Yeah,
settle down. And I think he was kind of playing along with us too. But it was funny. But
so he posted on Facebook. He says to Samantha, he says, "Why did you tell Warren and Corey about my rash?"
on Facebook.
And so I responded to that, and I said, the funny thing is, Dakota, I didn't say anything to anybody, but you just told the world. So, Dakota, we love you, man.
Yeah,
we're just giving you a good time.
A good kid, fun to talk to.
Yeah,
did a pretty darn good job in that Amco car the other night.
He did.
He's fun to talk
Always
to.
fun to watch. Yeah, I love having fun with racers like that. You know,
yeah.
And I think with you, they probably come to expect it. You know, who knows what? I mean, I like to be just as surprised as you are as what falls out of your mouth.
Man, I'll tell you what, I got to ease back on that because half the time the drivers see me coming, they do what they can to get out of the way and go hide somewhere.
Yeah, right.
It's kind of hard to get information. But I'll tell you another funny story. Going back to the old rash line, how's that rash? You say that and it catches people off guard.
Yeah.
So last year, and this is a funny one, and I know you won't get mad, but last year I come pulling up on the quad, and you hadn't got to the track yet. You were still on your way, and I see Steve Moore walking down pit road. I come pulling up. I go, "Hey, Steve, how you doing, man? What's going on?" He goes, "Doing pretty good." He goes, "Car's ready to go. We're ready to rock." And I said, "How's that rash doing?" Steve looks at me and says, "How the hell do you know about my rash?" I said, "What?" And he holds his arm up, and he's got this rash on his elbow. And he goes, "My wife's been giving me cream to put on it. It's working."
But how did you know about it?
It was a total joke, and it just worked. But he looked at me like, I said, "Steve, it's a small world, and people talk around the racetrack." And then he holds his arm up, and that's when he said, "It's going away. I got this cream." It was on his elbow. I don't know what it was from. I don't want to know. But it was so funny. He was just, here I was just joking around. But
all right. All joking aside.
But, these guys see us coming now, and they're kind of like, uh-oh, there's those Moxie guys. Run. I promise I'll stop doing that, guys.
We're going to have to change the color of our shirts so we can sneak up on them again.
No kidding. Oh, jeez. But it's always fun here at Northwest Dirt News. You never know what's going to happen.
Neither do we.
Yeah. We've got a script, but we typically break it.
Yeah.
Want to talk about some of the upcoming events this weekend.
This weekend.
Yeah, upcoming. Yep. Willamette Speedway holding Ladies' Night. This is kind of cool. Any lady 18 and up, $5 to get in.
Heck of a deal.
Good promotion.
Guys, bring your gals out.
That's right.
It's
you want to go to the racetrack, you got no excuse. It's cheap. The cheap dates this weekend.
Yeah.
$5 to get in, and see, there you go.
Yeah.
Late models, modifieds, street stocks, and Hornets. It's going to be a good show.
Yep. Hopefully we get it in. And if we do, it will be a great show.
You are not kidding.
It's going to be fun. And I think I'm going to spend some more time up in the tower with you. And
I hope you do.
That was a lot of fun, but we kind of need to be in both places at the same time.
Well, that's hard to do.
It is.
Maybe we can put Buzz on the quad, and he can get out there and do the pit work.
He can be the pit correspondent. I don't know if Buzz can make it all the way through without drinking any beers.
He'd get us in trouble.
Yeah. He'd get us.
I love it.
Buzz, you can turn that mic on anytime, bud.
So
there we go.
Cotage Grove, real quick, let's kind of recap their winners from last week. In the Hornets, we saw Casey Scott picked up the win. Street stocks, Kyle Yak made his way down there with the new Monte Carlo.
I saw some pictures on Facebook of that.
Sport Mod, IMCA Sport Mod, Chris Frisbee, who's been active
Congrats,
on the
Chris.
Yeah, very, very good run. The sprints,
I love that car.
Tyler Thompson, another young man on the rise. He picked up he got a win. And the IMCA Modifieds, the B main feature winner was Mark Waggy. And the top 5, Curtis Towns got the win. He was here at the Northwest Race Car Show.
Right.
Gray Ferrando finished second. Nick Trenchard and Sturdivant and Mark Waggy from the back of the pack in the A finishing the top 5.
Nice. Waggy's character.
He's a nut job, man. I love that dude.
We saw him down in Vegas.
He is fun.
Yeah, he is.
You think we're crazy. Go hang out with Mark Waggy for a day.
Yeah. Oh, man. Can you imagine having that guy in here?
No. It'd be fun.
He's a hoot.
Yeah. big
Good
deal.
job down there at the Grove for
Yeah.
him. I mean, geez.
Curtis Towns, what a way to start the season.
Yeah.
Gets a win in the 24 car. Double header this weekend at Cotage Grove.
Cottage Grove, right.
This is what's cool about this double header this weekend. Friday night,
free admission.
General admission.
That is way cool.
What
a promotion tool.
That's how you pack your grandstands.
That's how you pack your grandstands. And you know what?
Do it one time.
One time, and you're going to get return customers.
You absolutely are.
It's going to pay for itself and then some.
That's a great promotion.
It is.
Fast Friday, they're calling it. Fast Friday, it's free.
Fast Free Friday.
Fast Free Friday.
Say that 3 times real fast, Corey.
Can't do it.
Say it once.
Saturday, a little discount on the admission, only $10 to get in. Fan Appreciation Night down there at Grove this Saturday.
And they're actually going to have an intermission out there and have hero cards and everything with the drivers.
You get down there and meet your drivers and
meet
take
and
pictures and autographs, sit in the cars. It's cool.
Yeah, it's way cool.
Hornets, Sport Mods, Sprints, IMCA A Mods, and the late models at Grove this weekend is what the schedule said.
No.
So,
is that Friday and Saturday?
That was for Fan Appreciation Night on Saturday is what I was looking at on the schedule. We will double check that, but according to the schedule, that's what they're having for Fan Appreciation Night. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Be interesting watching the weather on the late models, especially if they're running in both places.
Yes, and we're going to talk a little bit about that here later on in the show. Sunset Speedway holding Ladies' Night as well. $5 to get in for any female 18 and over. Looking to get their first race in. Now, you talk about a racetrack.
Oh, my gosh, that's right. They haven't run. Yeah, no, they ran one weekend, didn't they?
No, Mama Nature.
Oh, my gosh.
That's
right. That is right.
They've been underwater. So they will have the IMCA mods, Pure Stocks, 4Bs, and open and limited micro sprints on the card for Saturday night. They are more than ready to get racing down there.
Yeah. They have to be.
Well, yeah.
I mean, look how ready we were.
We had Nikki Gamble at Willamette Saturday night. And
shout out to her. She was fun to interact with in the Moxie Tower.
She was quite the character Saturday night.
And she was.
Sure. She's ready to go racing down there, or up there at Sunset. She wants to get the green flag drop and get these guys going, and they're just chomping at the bit to get their season going because they have been just drowned up there.
Right.
And it's unfortunate, but hopefully, these guys Mother Nature will be cooperative, and we'll get the racing in this weekend at all the tracks.
Right.
With that being said, let's talk about
Mother Nature.
Let's
jump right into the weather.
And we're going to turn it over to Soupy Sales. Weather report for Willamette
Captain
Speedway.
Kangaroo.
Weather report for Willamette Speedway for today and the rest of the week was 80 with a low of 56 tonight, 0% chance of rain. Thursday, 80 and 52. 80 high, 52 low, 40% chance of rain.
That's Thursday, mind you.
Here's the thing. Friday night.
Friday.
Okay, Friday.
Yeah.
A high of 56, a low of 38, with an 80% chance of rain.
I did read a little bit more into the forecast, and that was earlier in the day. Friday night it's supposed to start tapering off, if that's any benefit at all.
Let's hope it tapers off fairly early, because on Saturday we're only looking at a high of 60, not super warm to dissipate any of that water. A low of 39, but so it's gonna be cool once the racing starts. It's gonna start dropping.
All right.
10% chance of rain on Saturday. Not a bad percentage. We're okay with that.
Yeah.
But
depends on how much that 80% delivers on Friday.
That's the thing right there. The 80% can dictate what happens. The next morning.
Right.
And we've seen it happen before.
You know what, Corey? I'm looking on my phone right now, and Friday has dropped to 70% now.
Well, we'll take that. We'll take
it. Keep knocking her down, fellas.
That's right. We'll take that 10% drop. For Cotage Grove, today 79, a high of 56, a low of 56, is 0% chance. Thursday, they're looking at a high of 81 down there with a low of 51. 40% chance of rain. Friday, 54 degrees, the low of 38, and there's that 80% again. Saturday, they're looking at 58 for a high, 39 for a low, and a 10% chance of rain. Saturday doesn't look bad at all 3 tracks. It's the night before.
Right.
That's the concerning thing. So Sunset was 80 today with a low of 57, 0%. Tomorrow, they're at 80 and 50 with an 80% chance of rain tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah, crazy.
55 and 36 on Friday with a 60% chance. and then 58 and 41 with a 10%.